is the only time when I like to hear celebrities weigh in on social issues. Hello everyone, I am Mecha Random 42, the one, the only, the original, your favorite YouTube consumer advocate, Harpy. Usually, I like to tell a lot of celebrities just to keep their mouth shut. I don't need to hear who you voted for, why you voted for them, or how to fill out any of that garbage, because you're there to entertain me. You're there to dance, sing, act, pretend to be somebody else. You're there to put on a harness and fly around in front of a green screen for my amusement.
Wank.
That's your job. But when it's something more of a socially conscious message, right? When it's more of a reasonable, realistic message, like what Rowan Atkinson has said here and in the past, I've certainly done videos about this in the past. When it is a celebrity I regard as somebody who is actually intelligent and not just some little failed pop star who decided to, I don't know, go on about old white dudes or something just because that's the trend and that's the culture and that's the clique. No, give me a respected celebrity. Give me somebody who I know is intelligent, somebody who has proven to me time and time again that they've got a reasonable head on their shoulders. Somebody, give me a Brit. Just give me a Brit. Listen, most of the time I'm going to listen to what the Brits have to say because their education is usually a little bit better than ours over here. And yeah, Rowan Atkinson, Mr. Bean himself. Well, more importantly, Blackadder himself. That's the one we really, because when you're just painting him as Mr. Bean, people might not realize how intelligent this man is. People might not realize how eloquent and brilliant his other performances are. Watch Blackadder. You'll know you already do. Who am I kidding? You guys are on my channel. You probably already do and can teach me a thing or two about how awesome Blackadder is. You'll remember stuff I've forgotten. Mr. Bean. No, Blackadder himself, Rowan Atkinson, has weighed in on cancel culture. It's important that we're exposed to a wide spectrum of opinion. But what we have now is the digital equivalent of a medieval mob roaming the streets looking for someone to burn. Yes. That is every time I see this, I say that exact same thing. This is just modern day witch hunt BS. I'm getting tired of it. It's getting very, very old. And I say the same thing. It's every time somebody decides to gang up on social media, every time somebody decides to, you didn't put this pronoun in your bio. Could you not for 1 second? Okay. Thank you. Anytime somebody has to read about something stupid, superficial, some first world problem like a microaggression or something that doesn't actually matter from your privileged cell phone that your parents probably paid for, mind you. Yeah, it is. It is just these people looking for people to gang up on, looking for people to I guess, identify with as, well, this is my group over here, and this is your group, and you're the bad guy because I said re and when, you didn't bend to me, and you didn't join us. They're like the Borg.
Resistance is futile.
Or they're like they're like a virus that just consumes. It's like a snowball, right? It is like a snowball where anything that they can't incorporate into their own little snowball, they're going to squash and try and roll over and try and squash out of existence anymore. They are literally showing up with pitchforks and it's crazy. It is crazy. And had people not condoned this sort of behavior for so long.
At this time, we'd like to interrupt this rant to prevent it from becoming too political in nature. Thank you for your patience.
Atkinson, the British actor known the world over for his Mr. Bean character, has delivered a broadside against the so-called online cancel culture. During an extensive interview with the UK outlet Radio Times, Atkinson said, "The problem we have online is that the algorithm decides what we want to see, which ends up creating a simplistic binary view of society. It becomes a case of either you're with us or you're against us. And if you're against us, you deserve to be canceled." It's important that we're exposed to a wide spectrum of opinion. But what we have now is the digital equivalent of the medieval mob roaming the streets looking for someone to burn. Atkinson added, "So it's scary for anyone who's a victim of that mob, and it fills me with fear about the future." Is this an older thing? I believe this is pretty much the exact same thing he said in a past interview a long time ago, not having anything to do with this film he's promoting. Maybe he just says the same type of thing. But he's absolutely right. Because the more I see, now I will admit, I get a specific feed sent to me because the algorithm thinks I'm a certain way. And then when I see people who I know get a completely different feed, and I present to them the exact same story with a completely different headline. For example, the use of the word mob when portraying one group of people will be portrayed completely differently for the other side. They'll be called, peaceful.
We once again would like to interrupt this rant to prevent it from becoming too political in nature. And now we would like to present pictures of puppies.
They're wording and they're dividing and they're shifting. And I don't even know if it's intentional. I don't even know if it's a precognitive sort of response, or I don't know if it's just the AI taking charge, taking over so much that we're being funneled and filtered into what we're going to click most instantly, which is, in most cases, the most outrageous, the most unbelievable, the thing you're like, oh no, how did that happen? Click. And it's all based on which side you're getting fed. Because, like I said, I see both sides of everything. And they are playing both sides against each other like a fiddle. And it's terrifying to somebody like me who sees that in real time. And it feels like it's all based on whatever the computer thinks we're going to be most likely to click on. And it doesn't seem to have any idea of how people are going to handle and react to that as a society. It doesn't realize that especially after this past year, after 2020 happened, that people are going to be at edge. They're going to be a little bit tense. They're going to be a little bit on edge. On edge is the best way to put it. And it just goes back to the whole, dog bites man isn't news, but man bites dog is. And look at what happened with YouTube. Look at what happened with Twitter. Anytime you say you want to see something, it just builds and builds and builds until they had to come in and change the algorithm completely, like they did to protect a certain actress last year, 22 years ago now. It's been 2 years now. And that breaks the algorithm even more, and it makes it so that nobody knows what anybody's talking about or doing and what people actually want to see, because it flat out tells the algorithm that this thing you want to see, now all of a sudden you don't. And if you guys do like my content, please like, subscribe, share anybody you agree with, anybody you want to make sure sticks around and showcases, anybody who's an ally for what you believe in and what you want to happen in pop culture, in politics ball, in comic books, in entertainment, in anything, in any sort of medium that you want to continue to see. It's up to you. You have the option to share and promote and change things, because we're being run by a bunch of computer programs who don't know shit from Shinola, and nobody is smart enough to actually go in and fix anything, because they keep making it so that nobody can. So yes, cancel culture is really this base form of tribalistic us versus them mentality. It is that guy's cave is better than my cave, and therefore I have to make sure that I do everything in my power so he doesn't take my cave. So if that means I have to take his first. And that's where we're at as a society. That's how we've always been. That's how we've evolved. That's how we develop. And normally we have a more healthy outlet, like having different sports ball teams or different those sort of rivalries. Like you'll have a high school rivalry instead of having it being focused on the culture, on everything else, on all of society. And I hate making a video on that, but that's exactly what happened. We have no healthy outlets for rivalry. Everybody gets medals. Everybody gets a trophy. C's get degrees. Nobody can be the best or better than anybody else because it's going to hurt somebody else's fucking feelings. And this is where we're at as a society. You can't compete and have healthier forms of rivalry that can actually cause us to strive and be better. No, they've focused it all on the biggest rivalry that there is. And whether that's intentional or not, who knows? I still kind of think that the fucking computers are the ones who have really no idea. They have no idea. You had some dumb people programming them in the first place. And, well, dumb people don't know how to do shit, so there you go. But yes, I agree with Rowan Atkinson. We shouldn't have the cancel culture. We shouldn't have the mob mentality stuff. We shouldn't have the modern day witch hunt. And one day we will learn to evolve as a society where we're not separating, categorizing, labeling the enemy as other, and using the harshest language possible to describe somebody you disagree with. And I've done it too. I know I've done it too. Of course, a lot of the time I'm just laughing at the ridiculousness of all of it. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I am Mecha Random 42, and I will see you guys on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!